enjoy tonight. Thank you.
I'm a bit of a ring-in, so I'd ask your patience because I've been teasing Kiki over the last couple of weeks about a mysterious screening of some scenes that were cut out of The Godfather, and I said to her that if she didn't mention it in her little spiel before the film, that I would come up and mention it. So, and we might even, I said to her last night, we might even role play very quickly. So I ask for your patience, role play what this 30-second scene, what happens. So just to give you a little bit of context, I should introduce myself. My name is Tim Mills, I'm Kiki's partner, and I'm also one of her unpaid programmers for the Brisbane International Film Festival, and I'm a local film critic as well. So just to give you a little bit of context, Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino, has come back from World War II. He's a captain or a lieutenant, I think, and he's basically the white sheep of the family, effectively, because he knows that the family's in the mafia business or the Cosa Nostra, and he doesn't want to have anything to do with it. He's gone away, much like Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. Tony went away for a little while and came back as a young man. So Michael Corleone does the same thing. He goes away, he comes back briefly, and then he kind of falls in love with Kay Adams, who is played by Diane Keaton. And in the film, some of you who have seen it, who's seen the film? Just an indication. So a lot of people have seen it. At one stage in the film, they come out of a cinema and they're walking out, and she sees a headline. I won't say what the headline is because I don't want to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen the film. But she sees a headline and she freaks out, and Michael reacts to it. And then it's basically that point in the film where everything goes wrong and he becomes what he becomes, and it's because of this particular scene. Now, when they make these films, there's quite often, there's always scenes that are shot that aren't used. And one scene that was shot was in between, kind of in the middle of the scene that appeared in the film. So where between them walking out of the cinema and her seeing the newspaper, there was a little scene, and we're gonna reenact it now. Okay? Yeah. Okay. You just. I said to her last night, all she has to do is follow my lead. So come on. I've got a nice loud voice, so we won't use the.
This is unrehearsed. I have no idea what he's doing.
Don't stress him.
Don't stress. So Michael and Kay are walking along, and they're walking out of the cinema, and she says something about the film. Do you know what the film was? Did they watch?
No.
Does anybody know what the film was? It was The Bells of St Mary's, right? With Ingrid Bergman. I thought if someone knew it, I'd give them a prize, but no one did. So there you go. So they're walking out, and she says, "Oh, do you want me to be a nun?" And he says, he laughs, and he says no. And they're walking a little bit further. And as they're walking, he turns to her and he pulls her around, and he looks at her and he kneels down, and he says, "I want to make an offer you can't." No, he doesn't. So he kneels down and he says, "Kay, I love you. Will you marry me?" No, that doesn't quite work. How about we try it like this?
Oh.
So he says, "Kiki, I haven't made a ring for you because I don't know exactly what sort of ring you like. So I've made a proposal ring. And this is the ring that I want you to wear until we've designed it and made a ring that serves as your engagement ring." So I'm hoping you'll say yes.
Ask the question.
Kiki, we met on a jury at the International Film Festival, and you've moved out here, you've relocated from Hong Kong to Brisbane, and we're in love, and we've gone through all sorts of things, and I love you, and I want to know if you'll marry me. So, my thanks to the Dendy for allowing me to do this. I was actually going to hire a cinema and do it, but they said, no, we've got a film, or that we've got some films coming up, and I said, well, which films? And they said, The Godfather. I said, that's perfect. I know that Kiki's quite keen to watch the film because she's never seen it on the big screen. She's brought her own packet of chips because she's worried about making it through. But for those of you who are interested, we're going to go downstairs and have a drink. You can stay and watch the film, but I'm going to. Thank you very much to Alex and Eddie and Jenny and all the people who helped set this up.
Yes, so congratulations to Tim and Kiki. And now we're going to watch the movie of The Godfather. Now that we're 3 hours in.